Weaver was buffed a little bit, definitely good in lane. I mean, I mentioned Naga as a classic. Illusions are great.
But do you want to play Naga into like Zeus?
No, not really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not unplayable, but it's not great. Like, whatever they pick here, like, all the best options are gone. Dawnbreaker carry.
Oh, I'm down with that.
I don't see how that's good versus Beast, but...
I was gonna say, why so hype, sheep?
I just
just looks fun.
Europeast was a region that was playing Dawn carry at TI. Like, this is why it's exciting to me, is like, they just keep bringing out the fun. Like, I love Dawnbreaker personally. She's one of my favorite heroes to watch. I like seeing her in a core role. I think she does insane amounts of damage, and they just buffed the crit on her Luminosity, I believe, in this patch. So it must be even better as a carry, right? Like, just get like a Deso or something, and she's like a strong laner, so there's like always a chance they could bully out Beastmaster, as long as they just don't let him get like double up boars. But that's gonna be kind of hard. But she has like the gap close at least.
I mean, they technically can, but I'm afraid if they commit hard on boars, then if they do get 2 boars up and he micros them properly, hard committing your spells on a boar will make you take a lot of damage.
Yeah.
What is a really good retaliation for NaVi? Are those ones that you said earlier still very prevalent?
Do they want to stun? I mean, Lifestealer looks pretty interesting versus the Dawn carry.
Interesting?
Yeah, I really like heroes that aren't like full in committal against Dawnbreaker, because her whole thing is anti that, right? Like if you had a Faceless Void, for example, you use the Chrono, she ults, and it's just nullified. So I would like something that can just kind of fight on low cooldown. That way you can like poke, get their spells, and then like disengage and then re-engage.
I see.
Ursa's also good versus Doom and Dawn. That could be interesting.
Okay, so
I'd love an Ursa.
I mean, it's one of the heroes that can actually burst through Dawn's ult as well. Like, just like, who cares?
Yep.
He just does that much damage.
Mhm.
And then when you get the shard on Ursa, it's a very traumatic experience trying to time your Doom on that hero between his ulti and the current... whatchamacallit? The constant, that's the word I was looking for. The enrage proccing from the Earth Collapse.
Wasn't there some changes to Lifestealer in this patch?
He does a little more damage.
Okay.
That's about it.
Yeah. Was there anything for Ursa?
Yeah, he slows a bit more on his Q.
Wonderful. That's enough for me. Slam it down now.
Get that Ursa. That's all you want to see at this point.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, I don't know, like maybe they could get some bad heroes like Slark. Use the shroud on allies that get doomed or something. I'm reaching here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of miss Slark being a hero.
With I guess these 2 drafts, what sort of playstyle are you seeing CIS rejects go for?
They're really good at pick-offs right now, like scouting with Monkey King and zipping. We've seen like that combination in C loads enough to know that it's super powerful. You also have like the global joining of Dawnbreaker on top of that, so if you find the enemy carry, it's like really easy to kill them.
Like, classic combo, yeah. Dawnbreaker with Storm Ags. It's really cool.
Yeah, like they're really good at just collapsing on someone.
Look, it might not be the Ursa that you really wanted to see, but
that was my first choice in Lifestealer.
Yeah, it was. It was. You said either Ursa or Lifestealer, and while they did go with one of the 2 that you picked, I was going to ask another question, but I don't remember it.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah. No, it was about NaVi. We talked about CIS Rejects playstyle. Now for the NaVi playstyle. What are they going for here?
They have a more traditional type of lineup here. And, yeah, okay, it's going to be tiny mid. So, it can be fast. Lifestealer is a bit slower in this game. So, they have to just play a bit slower, but they do have the Lifestealer matchup. It's last pick carry. If he gets really farmed in this game, he can probably just take it home. So he's going to go for... They should get some Lincolns. I don't know who's going to get it. Maybe they won't get a Lincolns, but he does need a Nullifier at some point on this Lifestealer, and if he can just like get really farmed and ahead in net worth, he can just walk down the lanes and just pretty much take control of this game, I think.
Do you guys have a playstyle, a draft that you lean more towards?
I'm with this Dawnbreaker. That's all. Like, I'm so happy to see Dawnbreaker. I just want to see
everything else doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's
Just
an offlane Dawnbreaker as well. That's my role.
Carry? Is that what's going on?
No, I think the Monkushi guy, he's their carry, and he loves Monkey King. It's like his most played hero.
I remember. He plays a sick monkey though.
Yeah, it's his most played, and he loves it. I actually just completely blanked on the fact that they like to 5-pick it and then just give it to him as a carry anyway.
No, he plays a really good monkey.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like not the best lane matchup for the Beastmaster, but You know, he's just like one of those specialist players that knows every like matchup inside and out, and generally performs well. And I like CIS Rejects lineup just because it's so fast.
Yeah. So then, does that mean you are gonna side just a little bit with CIS Rejects over NaVi?
I really love like fast tempo lineups in this patch. No more Deuces for me, no more Lunas. Just play fast.
Awesome. Well, that is gonna be the game 1 draft, and it does mean we're gonna be heading over to your casters, Lyrical and Trent.
Thank you so much, Nat and Trent. We are here ready for another series. EEU starting back up 2 or 3. And we got a Dawnbreaker, another hero that we didn't see at all. Marcy for other reasons, Dawnbreaker because she was kind of bad. What do you think about the hero now, though?
I don't know, because, like, yeah, as you said, it kind of feels like she just got added too, right? You know, we're all waiting for Marcy, getting all excited, and I guess Ice Frogs decided that we'd like to see a little bit more of the Dawnbreaker right now. And what I want to see more of, though, is this support Zeus.
Yeah, that's another one that's like a little bit strange. We saw, I think in the Western Europe games the other day, 9 was playing it on Tundra. He went for a 4-0-4 build, so just getting a lot more value out of that Heavenly Jump. And that was before the patch came out, which now gives you even like better value on that spell. It's super annoying to play against. It's like one of the most weird interaction spells in the game, I feel like, where you can't cast things, just feels bad. We do have a pause, so don't worry. The game's not going anywhere. It's going to be fine.
Yeah, we had some tactical or technical issues, rather, not tactical issues. Solo was DC during the drafts. They couldn't draft. They had to pause. I'm being asked, how long was it? About a minute, I'd say. Just helping out the admins. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we got a little pause here for NaVi once again. But you're not missing anything.
Welcome back, everybody. We're here for game number 1. It's actually going to take place. Hope y'all are excited. We're playing on Luxembourg servers, so that's what had happened.
I can't confirm that everyone still has like 30 to like 50 ping, so we're good. No issues ping-wise to the players. They're all good. Shout out to Observer Bays, who has 1 ping. One of the other casters. That's impressive. Only defeated by someone named Source TV, who has 0 ping and is a bot. I mean, who knows who that could be?
Who knows? I will say that, you know, playing from Luxembourg. Have you ever been to Luxembourg before?
Ooh, I think passing through, but I don't think I've ever stayed.
I went into it. It's a very cute little place. It's very small, but they have a pretty castle. So I guess shout out to Luxembourg as we get ready to go into game number 1 here. You ready for this, man?
The heroes of today, Luxembourg. Thank you so much. We're so happy to have you on the show.
Look, I told you, the press kit is sassy. This guy's got so much sass on him.
Oh, all right. All right, so let's go over here. So we do have Pasha on the Dawnbreaker, and we were trying to figure exactly what was going on there. Munkushi on the Monkey King as well. Now, you had a carry Monkey King earlier, went Battle Fury. Game looked a little bit rough. What do you think? Are we just stuck on Battle Fury? Is that just the life of Monkey King players?
I mean, I don't know. I think that like there's some times where going like a Maelstrom or something like that is kind of nifty as like an early way to make it work, but
30 seconds to
we'll see. I'm fine with Battle Fury if you have like an up tempo like rest of your heroes that can make space for you, which they kind of do.
Yeah.
I feel like Heaven. So again, anybody that wants to know this, the Doom player is tagged up as a collection of characters that I can't pronounce, but has previously been tagged up as Heaven. So we're just going to be calling him that. I feel like that paired together with Dawnbreaker is going to be able to make some things happen on the map. And that might make the space for the monkey to get a Battle Fury. 3 runes. Pasha, pretty quick on it there.
So one thing that that stands out to me, though, in this game is that they're playing with Monkey King and Storm, as well as Doom, who, to me, all rely pretty heavily on having good forward vision, obviously, especially Storm and Monkey. Monkey can do a little bit of scouting, but things are even easier when Monkey can see you from a long distance for those big leaps and bounds and boundless strikes and whatnot. And they're fighting into a Zeus and a Beastmaster. So one would think that NaVi should have a pretty significant vision advantage throughout this whole game.
Yeah. And the ability to go with like a quick blink or something from no one into, you know, maybe a Lifestealer bomb or something could be pretty hard to deal with.
We didn't have the camera down bottom, but Sweet Strong and Lice were working together to try and kill the Nether Ward. And they got it down to 1 hit, and Munkushi went for the double boundless strike just so Emerging could get the deny.
Nice. That 20 gold, man.
Truly talented.
Yeah. Really a lot of value. Oh, wait, is it more now? It's more than 20. I'm thinking
No,
of
it's
Wraith Pact.
Wraith
Yeah. Well, which is
Wraith Pact's
100
now. Yeah, let's go.
Needed to happen. I still haven't seen Wraith Pack on the ground yet. Actually, we did get one in the other game, but I don't remember looking at it in the model size change. But
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen the model size yet, actually.
see up top, Solo coming and trying to get a little bit of a pull off here. Will be able to push back Heaven a little bit, and the full pull through gets a deny. Not bad for Solo, but the double wave pushing into him. This is pretty good.
Yeah, I think he should have such a good game on Solo. Like, he has the little shredder to help deal with the Nether Ward. He's got the cookie to help get his lifesteal like into fights. He can also help get people out of the way of the Starbreaker, since it's a pretty telegraphed stun.
Yeah, has to use it right there to get him out, and then afterwards a scatter blast to force them back a little bit. But you can see the value right there. Was that a salve passed over? Oh, it has no value. Tiny gets soloed though. Depressed kid. All right, all right.
Wow, no one getting soloed in the mid lane.
Dude, he's just denying that creep into nobody.
He just got right clicked 10 times into his death.
Yeah, that'll happen.
In the early vortex just to help secure it.
I mean, I guess that's the downside, right? You've got Tiny playing in the mid lane, which means you need to rush the bottle, can't afford to pick up a Ring of Protection, 0 armor. So, early goings, things looking very good for CIS Rejects.
Depressing got tossed into the tower though, mid though, so that was nice. Won't get the kill, but still, that's absolutely huge. Trying to get some control in this lane because he has no bottle charges. There's nothing left there. All right. Which support wants to go die? Who is it?
Get in there.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Someone go suicide so I can get a TP mid, please.
I don't know if it's going to happen. He's actually going to walk all the way back home for Depressed Kid. That hurts. Solo takes a good chunk of damage up top as well.
This is where you definitely don't want to die now as a Radiant hero. That's the worst case scenario. You don't even have a mid to refill.
Yeah. But the solo kill not ending up mattering as much after that toss back. So a nice way to save the lane, definitely, for no one.
Yeah, you see it and you're like, well, he didn't get the kill or anything, but it's still so much wasted time for the Storm Spirit as well. But, I mean, he does get back in time for 2 range creeps, so he's still pretty happy.
Right.
His team is also still doing a great job of pressuring up top, as you can see. And they're zoning back this Beastmaster and Zeus. I mean, Pugna, such an infuriating position 5 to play versus.
Yeah. Keeps the pressure on, just runs at them with Nether Blast, still has a salve ready to go. Sweden strong, and a little bit of threatening, but gets out of there. Didn't decide to drop the Nether Ward. Up top, Cookie keeps V2 alive, but Solo not going to be so lucky as the chase is there. A couple more punches. Oh, 15 HP. Able to live.
They're both so low. What do you do, just run home? I mean, the wave's pushing up. Kind of, so yeah, that's still a little depressing though. Yeah, rage your way back home. Get that bonus speed.
God. And even cooking him. Doing whatever they can to try and get him back quicker. Okay. Well, top is not going great. Not going great for NaVi at all.
Yeah, it feels like CIS Rejects kind of just have all 3 lanes looking great right now. Sweden Strong does get a deny though. That is something. Fresh Obs Ward in that Radiant jungle gets taken out. So happy moment, but that's a level 6 Storm, and you are but a Zeus.
And Sweden Strong gonna go down. Ends up actually giving the kill over to Immersion. So Depressed Kid, a little depressed about that one. And I'm gonna use that so many times.
Well, it's just so creative and you know, so much ingenuity there that I can't really blame you.
That's fair.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, V-Tune not having a great time up top. Does just pop the rage after in the midst of the Starbreaker.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But needs to be very careful about any overextension once that rage is down, particularly with Doom there. Although, double Cookie. Couple punches, forcing out that ice armor, and then the runaway.
5 bonus armor, 25% move slow, attack slow for 5 seconds. That's nice. Some good protection versus these 2 heroes. Especially when you can stack it up like that.
Solo. They're both low, but Solo is going to be maybe the one that goes down. Cookie and dodged. Oh, and then the rundown to neutral actually ends up killing him off, and maybe he'll be able to pick up a cleanup. V-Tune gets the kill back on the other side. They do kill off Immersion. And that was also the Invis rune taken now by no one as well.
Oh, might be able to use that to hunt Storm. Farming some neutrals after this wave, perhaps. So, possibilities here for no one and crew. Does get a TP to the mid lane, though, from the Doom to stock up Depressed Kid. And, yeah, nice to see Immersion back, though. I will say, obviously, dying there, not great. But Immersion, one of the better positioned 4 players in his time of his region. Playing for Gambit, going to lands, playing extremely well. Was one of the best Earth Spirits in the world. So really interesting to see him now as listed as captain for this, as well as playing position 5. So someone who has that big technical skill, as I'm cursing him so hard right now. He's about to die. Oh, Sentry! Might save him.
To get out. Has the ward, still can drop it down if he wants to. Will eventually. But in the end, it just means it's going to be gold given over to Sweden Strong.
I mean, honestly, that was a good thing, because they didn't want to kill the Pugna. They were trying to make a play onto someone better in the lane, and then he ends up dropping the sentry, so kind of fine.
Press Kid going for solo, pulls him back in, doesn't connect with that remnant. So this kill becomes a little bit more difficult, but considering that no one moves back in, they might need to get him the heck out of here. No more
Where's
mana
your
left.
precious mana reduction?
They'll give him an armor,
Radiant's
and
bottom
then they
tower
runs out.
is under attack.
Down bottom, Lays keeps the pressure on. 3 points in wild axes for the Beastmaster.
A lot of pressure in the lane with the zaps as well. They just want to keep bolting you around and everything too.
Yeah.
And Sweden Strong going for some stacks now. Only able to get the 1. Not going for the double. Wants to make sure he's there for the 8-minute room, but he's going to find some enemies here. Oh, they got to run though.
Dude, he does so much damage. Almost gets brought down on Depressed Kid, but they can't quite get him. All right, so some solid moves from NaVi. The laning stage did not look good from them, but the last couple of minutes, the rotations from NaVi have been very solid.
Yeah, the cookie as well, just to make sure, because that could have been really bad for Sweden Strong there. At the same time, up top, TP was forced out of 9 patch there. He had to go all the way back home as V-Tune was sort of right on top of him there. And V-Tune, he's eyeing up the golden glove right now.
Oh.
Wants to get himself pretty rich on this Lifestealer.
I mean, besides the Doom is the main one that's a little bit rough. Everything else seems pretty solid for them, though. To be able to have a really good Lifestealer game. Also, Dawnbreaker has level 6, so could be watching for a Solar Guardian play pretty soon here.
How good is this thing at level 1 these days anyway? You get 30 damage per pulse and 45 heal per pulse. Oh, that's not bad. Could be enough to turn with the... They have pretty high burst damage, though, which I think is sort of an issue. It's not like some, whittling down damage that maybe you're going to be able to help with so much, but every little bit counts.
Could see that as well. Well, what was going on? Lays finishes off his Helm of the Dominator and then farms up that entire triple stack. At 4 points now in axes, they can maybe get a little aggro onto people here. Got to watch out for this, particularly Immersion.
You're not getting what you came for.
Yeah, certainly something we're seeing more and more is this axes build, as you're saying. So just sort of shoving the wave in and probably going to force Makushi into the jungle sooner rather than later. But with a rotation coming down, they don't really know what the Storm is up to. So it's a little bit tough to get that close to the tower right now, especially, as you said, with the Solar Guardian. So against many other lineups, they could probably pressure this tower a little bit, but this one makes it pretty difficult.
Have a toss, bunch of damage. Solar Guardian out. Now looking for the turn. Depressed Kid finds no one. Couple more punches, and he will fall. So it happens just that quickly.
Thank you.
No TP on solo there. Might have been the hero that you kind of need to come in with that cookie.
Bottled up Haster, and afterwards gets the D ward. Things looking very good for CIS Rejects now.
And their game plan at the moment, I mean, it's just basically let Monkuchi do his thing and get towards that Battle Fury. And I would hope pressure maybe top tower with Pugna.
Radiant are scanning.
Get some pretty solid move in there. the smoke up, and it looks like that is going to be the call. At least looking for a kill first. And if they get B2, this would be big. Do have Doom available. A ward, he thinks he's safe because of it, but B2 wisely going to TP out. Oh my god, it's a long TP.
They gave up that bottom lane completely. They weren't there to defend, and we talked about how like there is definitely some opportunities to punish there if you come in, but they sort of recognize that they must be smoking somewhere else. Will they be able to do something with top tower? Because it's still full HP, but is there any hero that can really play up there? Like, there's the idea that you could let the lifestealer farm down bottom a little bit, and you send one of these like lane holders up top, but don't think they're quite at that stage yet.
No. And again, the movement in. Again, only 6 kills at 11 minutes into this. It's been much more like trying to take over various parts of the map and zone people out. And like you said, they give up that bottom tower for nothing. CIS Rejects don't have a way to take one of their own. And now if they can move towards mid, this is going to be scary.
Yes, excellent play. The sweep through the jungle. Now, they had full vision to this the entire time because there is a Radiant Ward inside the jungle, so they should know whether or not this is worth defending. But yeah, it's blink reveal.
And big old jump, caught themselves a Doom, mega dead. The ward, not enough damage reduction to help them out there.
They also still have Glyph. They're going to pop it now as up top Munkushi still pushing on that Monkey King. And Radiant also holding Glyph for a potential turnaround play, but with 12 more seconds without a Doom and still farming into his Blink Dagger. Might not be something they want to commit to.
I mean, they do have Storm ready, but it's just so hard to fight into this. Particularly with that blink on Tiny. So
and V-Tune just hitting creeps this whole time. That feels really good when you got a lifestealer going Midas.
All right. So NaVi turn it up, and I mean, Immersion, he's got to be careful here. He spots out this Hawk and is going to be able to kill it off. But you think about these games that we've seen where you lose mid tower this early into the game, and it's really rough to play against.
They have so much threat down bottom too. Like, this is rather terrifying, and they don't really have vision that the Zeus and the Tiny are back here yet. They haven't walked within range of that ward. Still holding so many units. They're looking for someone to try and sweep through here and try and reclaim some of this territory.
Right. Have level 6 too, so if they do find somebody, no one, an Avatos combo, I mean, Zeus ulti right on top of that's more than enough for a kill.
I'm surprised Solo doesn't just like ult under the tower, honestly. I feel like that's the point where like they're just gonna like Zeus ult. Yeah, they're just gonna dive him now.
Yeah. He's definitely dead.
There it is.
Oh my god. There it is.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're done. Wait, they TP in one? Depressed Kid? Pulls it back in afterwards. That's not bad. Follow-up stun. Cookie trying to get away from the Monkey King. This is going to be enough. Doesn't look like it. Boundless Strike. No one dead. That was exactly what they needed on CIS Rejects.
I just noticed he doesn't have Infest. They have the Blink Tiny. I don't have time to fight, guys. I'm getting huge. I got gains on the mind.
So many creeps to hit.
All right, perhaps that was a bit ambitious.
I mean, they did get the one kill, but came back in afterwards. Still haven't seen a Doom yet.
Oh, shoot.
The combo of the Dawnbreaker Storm also is pretty cool, you know?
Mm-hmm. Just missing Spectre, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. How close are we to Helm of the Overlord? 400 gold away. Beastmaster's still incredibly farmed.
They really want this tower.
Yeah.
They're just going in. The minus armor from Solo. The Glyph's going to be popped here. Killing some creeps.
Yep.
Next wave pretty far away. What are the Radiant doing in response? They are smoking. They are making their way. They do not have a Blink Dagger yet. So still difficult to land the Dooms right now.
And
where are they smoking? This is the saddest smoke. Just no confidence.
No, they know that they can't take a fight in good terms. They're hoping to find a pick off here. I mean, if they get lays, this would be huge. This would be really good for them, actually.
Oh, he's coming back. I thought he was living.
Catch eyes on him? Not quite. Oh, and the smoke's not going to connect. They have Blink down. Dagger done now, though.
What a curious heat map this game will produce after. There was so much time with NaVi just running around between the tier 1 mid and the tier 2 bottom, sort of controlling that area, and then you get a smoke through there from CIS Reject. So, like, no one's really optimally farming. Ooh, vision from the Zeus. Secures kill versus Monkey. That's a very helpful counter.
Dude, it just makes everything easier. You know, you can see, all right, they're all mid. No one is free reign to go. He gets sight of him the whole time. Really hard to deal with.
Too. That was under a ward.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And they're going to play it safe. Still very even game, but you can't help but feel like this V-Tune Lifestealer has just kind of gotten to do whatever he wants this time.
Yeah, at what point is Monkushi kind of scary, right? Like 3 items? Battle Fury BKB plus damage item, maybe?
He was so close to finishing off the Battle Fury, too.
Oh, he's actually so close to Deso as well in the Dawnbreaker.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it's fully hidden, so they actually have no idea that this is coming.
That's kind of crazy. Dude,
All
what the hell?
Yeah, the buff was 200% critical damage now with the Luminosity. So you have someone chain stun, you get the smack down. That's going to be some big damage.
That's going to be wild. How much damage is that going to be? It's going to be like 300 damage hits.
Not bad. Every 4 attacks. Going for the Shard next as well.
I mean,
speaking of which, Zeus, I'm gonna have Shard here too.
I don't know if I've just been like missing out on Dawnbreaker pubs, but I don't think I've ever seen a Deso Dawnbreaker build. This is awesome.
I've seen some similar ones, yeah.
Okay,
but I don't know. Curious to see how well it works.
Well, into the pit they go. NaVi trying to take advantage of CIS rejects being very split apart. This would be the fight that they would want. Like, Deso done, they've got Blink on Doom, but they're going to get here too late.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And it looks like with Roche being taken, it will be a nice window here for NaVi to play into them. It's going to be Lifestealer taking the Aegis.
I wonder if he'll still go back for those more like standard items, like the Mage Slayer and stuff, or maybe they're just not that good this game.
For the Dawnbreaker?
Yeah.
Could be cool.
I feel like that's the typical build.
Yeah.
But probably just wants a BKB, and yeah, it's Blink and BKB queued up next, so I mean, you're set for damage, that's for sure. Just figure out the rest of your build, and you'll be fine.
Totally.
Very quiet game from Immersion, as you're saying. Quiet game overall, really. I mean, only 4 kills so far from CS Rejects, and not able to really get much tower pressure either. So it feels like one of those games where you're playing on dying and there's no team fights.
Right.
That's that's the life of Immersion right now, where you just kind of wander around and you're just like, man, I'm kind of useless. But hey, he's got that right. Juicing up depressed kids and performance enhancing drugs. Try and help him out.
A smoke up from NaVi as they are gonna head right over here. They'll be under a ward. This is as the smoke is gonna expire. This is big. They spot them all. Do they want to go? Depressed kid, he's underneath a hawk. Needs to back out, has to be careful with his positioning here. They back away, jump in, Abbott toss, catch on to 2. Solar Guardian, it's enough to keep Immersion alive. And now the turn, Doom is going to drop, but now they're in way too deep. They completely blow up Pasha. Depressed Kid's out of mana. If they break him here, oh,
God,
that was close.
Everything on cooldown.
They need BKB so badly. That was so much damage.
Well, that was not great, but a 1,700 gold swing and a lot of XP, about 3,000 experience. Every single person on the die are getting 573 XP. That feels pretty good. And also enabling a Lifestealer who has Midas Armlet and not even done the Deso. So I'm sure they're very happy they're able to get V-Tune involved at this point in the game. And we'll finally conquer this tier 2 tower that they've been positioning around for the past like 13 minutes or something.
Yeah. I mean, I guess this is part of the other reason that I feel like we sometimes don't see these like early damage items on Dawnbreaker, because even though she's like pretty tanky, it's not really like enough to keep her alive. It's looking a little rough there, but we'll see how it goes. Right now, tier 2 tower is dropped. NaVi, I don't know if they're stopping here. You've got Helm of the Overlord, you've got Tiny for tossbacks. This game could look really scary very quickly.
Yeah, I would be very frightened to approach right now.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Moves on in, trying to push out the side lanes and mid at the same time. Storm is not back with the rest of his team. Monkey King's not here. I think they're just giving this up.
Yep. They really can't contest that right now. They kind of need everything in the arsenal to do something with this at the moment. And the worst part is, when they can't fight right now, they're also just waiting on the Thunder God's Wrath to come back up. So when they finally feel confident to fight, there's a good chance that once that initial smoke pop happens, you're just going to get ulti too. So positioning maybe revealed.
Yeah, like you talked about, the vision game in this one from NaVi is really hard to deal with. Maybe they can try and go again when this Aegis wears off from Lifestealer. He's at 1.5 minutes left on it. They're trying to hold their jungle right now, but there's a ward walking right in. They do see it. Sentry there, but immediately they jump onto the press kid. Do they go all the way in? No.
Did he blow the blink? Was that intentional or unintentional?
I don't think that was intentional.
Because he had an infested life, so I feel like he meant to blink up there. Or maybe he was trying to, like... No, I don't know. I don't know what he was doing.
I think he just shortened his blink a little bit, or maybe overdid it slightly. They move on in, take down that ward. Lifestealer hops out and says, fine, I'll hit the building then. Immersion.
And they just glitched bottom too, so they know this is easy.
They have this Hawk here, which is again scouting out Immersion. Jump. Backlines wants to find him. The big Solar Guardian, it's not going to be enough. Wukong's commit afterwards. A good Starbreaker. They'll take down Lays. Can they get any more afterwards, though? Solo drops to the crit. Pasha trying to get away from V-Tune. 30 seconds left now on this Aegis. And a turn, avalanche toss, no one picking him off bit by bit. V2 barely able to survive. He gets the Armwood toggle off, and they drop down, 4 of them dead. Oh, what a sick play from NaVi. They're looking good.
Lifestealer succeeding. It's good. It's a good pick. You know, it's nice to see the hero relevant when it looks like a solid counter pick. I feel like that's sort of the state he's wanted to be in for a while. Or it felt like even the games where you're like, man, Feast would be so good here. It just wasn't quite enough, but I had a couple of percentage points on there. And a really good game with no way to really get through the Magic community outside of Doom. And V-Tune's just slaying.
Heaven has had a tough time making this work for him. V-Tune backs away. Can they kill off the Black Dragon? Jump in, looking for more. V-Tune, do they have anything for the catch? Cookie trying to live, just barely. Depressed Kid gets out of there. Now, jumps in. Doom, it doesn't have Doom.
We can't hit him.
D-Crab, fine for the moment. Makushi in far too far. Roar is out. Still the heal coming from Immersion. Trying his best to keep his carry alive, and he does. Look at that turnaround. The boundless strike and the healing coming out, but it doesn't matter. They just don't have enough damage. And then the big jump Solo. Finding that Monkey King from downtown. Killing him off. The press kid's got to run. Solos keeps on looking for more. Cookie in, toss in, finds themselves the Doom, and he too will fall. You know, it was even for a while until it wasn't.
Yeah, you got to give credit to Immersion, though. I can't believe his positioning there in that fight. No Aether Lens here. He's working off just the basic life drain and able to get such a huge impact there on his cores. But unfortunately, that 4-second cooldown, or sorry, the 7-second cooldown, even still a little bit too much to try and save your Monkey King.
Rough stuff. And the map completely taken over now. They're forced inside their base. CIS rejects. They've lost a lane and a half of racks. The game is just looking so difficult because it's also like who this net worth is on, you know? Like Doom has a bunch of net worth, but he's just not getting the things done that they need him to.
Come over here.
It certainly hurts that they lost that first set of racks, like, for free. Because I feel like, you know, you're getting to a point where you are powering up to have a decent high ground defense at the very least. With the Wukong's command and everything, but now this BKB timer, he's in. It's back up in a moment. They're not going to try and pressure him, though.
Get out of there. And, well, they have another infested Lifestealer ready to go. No one moving in. They're underneath the ward. Oh, no. Not like this. Not like this. Solar Guardian trying to keep him in. The big jump from downtown. Makuchi stuck up on a hill. Just gets walloped. The DD Tiny feels real bad. Ball back on the Pugna. Zeus dead. Can they actually manage to get everybody else out? It looks like they will. But they lose the Doom. Yeah. No one is just so strong.
He's hunting around with a DD root. It's a pretty frightening sight. Some some bad deaths from the Monkey King and the Storm Spirit, frankly, in the past couple fights. I mean, they sort of feel like they need to force something, so I get it, but like when Depressed Kid zipped in mid on the tier 2 fight and just got avalanched and died, and then you just have like jumping up to like that high ground and getting roared, like not really respecting again the vision that Navi's gonna have.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it looks really bad, but it's also, they're in desperation mode. They have to find something. They need to hope that there is some sort of an opportunity in those moments to try and get themselves a kill, because they're obviously very far behind.
You know, these Dawnbreaker like ultis have looked good, I'll say. Like from what we've seen so far, there's been elements of this hero that are pretty nifty, but it's all the other pieces to it that have just felt like very not
again.
Good. Oh my
Dude, he
god.
went up again.
This is not where you want to be, sir. This is not where you want to be. Oh no. Oh god.
All right, so it wasn't a misclick last time. All right, cool.
Yep. And Toss and Doom going to end up falling. Dawnbreaker just trying to buy as much time as he can. Pasha TP's out.
I mean, it looks so silly, but if you go to Radiant Vision, before they went out, they had nothing. They could just see from their tier 3s and their high ground. That was it. Now they have one ward they managed to place near no one there. And they're just dropping wards as far as they can right now, just trying to get some chance at a pull.
Look to the
tiny
jump.
blink.
Good blink out by no one. Couple punches. In the meantime, yeah, your buildings are going down, sirs. Depressed Kid gonna get tossed, tries to escape, barely away. Full zip, now Solar Guardian on top of the racks. Oh, and GG is called. It is going to do it. A frustrating game, I am sure, for the CIS rejects. NaVi, they pull it together, looking good.
Yeah, it looks like, frankly, everything just kind of going according to plan. What more can you ask for, right? They had a pretty clear idea how they want to play the lane with the Zeus and the Beastmaster, and it wasn't like a crushing lane or great or anything. In fact, I'd say that Immersion did a really good job like holding them back, but at a certain point, it sort of just breaks down, and they're able to pressure and push, and you don't have that equivalent push into a side lane somewhere else. You only really had the Pugna, and so once they abandoned that tower, just for a moment, Navi were extremely good at just like jumping right in there, right? They punished that, they took the tower, and they were then ready to defend other areas, and also just that perfect sweep through, just like Beastmaster wants to play every game, where you go into the off lane, you control the zone in the jungle, and ideally you just like pressure that tier 2 and draw their attention there the whole time. That was perfect execution from Navi.
Yeah, and like I think that really, on top of it being perfect execution, there were some pretty big flubs throughout there from CIS rejects. Maybe feeling the pressure of the moment, whatever the case may be, but it just didn't look clean, and they're going to need to sort of recollect themselves a little bit going into this game number 2, which we will be back for in just a couple of minutes. But first, we're going to head to a break. When we get back, the panel's going to take care of all the action then. See you in a few.